Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
And 5 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Britt. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
Britt's pass.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
12. First down, Lions.
They go play action here on first down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Britt. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Britt. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Johnson. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Britt. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Britt's pass.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Britt's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 28-yard line.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. But 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, Britt.
Yards to go.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 13 carries, 108 for the yardage, and the score, too.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
David Montgomery, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up
on third down. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They'll start with the out. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On second down now, Swift. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 25. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
to throw on second down. Britt. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Looking to throw. Britt under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The quarterback is sacked.
Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first.
Bears nothing.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They'll run with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 1st and 10, Britt, rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Operating from the gun. Britt, throw right side, going to be complete to Moss.
Britt's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Britt. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That's complete to Mooney. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Bears 7, Lions 6. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And
He takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Britt. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive. It just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 3rd down, Britt. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack In there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The quarterback taken down.
And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Another shot now for this Lions offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw on second down. Britt can't get away, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Britt. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25-yard line. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
David Montgomery.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Second and 11 at the 41. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Darn down Mooney.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Chicago Bears.
We'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
37-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
The quarterback takes
Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun. Britt. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on first down. Britt gets this to Campbell out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 2nd down now. Swift, and he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Joel Bitonio, one of the steals of the 14 draft, the culprit there. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. 34-7, the final margin. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. 28-24, the final score. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And no gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
A loss of 7.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Kick is good. Makes the score Lions 13, Bears 10.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Britt. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, Britt over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the play, but it's third down.
To throw on third down, Britt. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a...
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Down and sacked.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
The wide receiver, the ball.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On second down, it's Montgomery, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
The pass.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Operating from the gun. Britt.
That's complete to Moss out of the backfield.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Lions first down.
Carry for Swift. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
DeAndre
in on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
In on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
Looking to throw on second down. Britt. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And that'll set him back 5. They'll run with Moss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 15 at the 37-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Britt. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The quarterback sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
That's good.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The quarterback sacked.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
The pass.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
13 leads to 3rd down and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. That reception, it brings him up to the 700.
A rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, put you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they caught a break with that missed field goal. Instead of being tied, they now sit in the 4th quarter driver's seat, still up 3. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's on the former first-rounder, Taylor Decker. To throw on 2nd down. Britt. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd down and 12. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Complete to number 80. A gain of
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Britt. Dancing to his left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On 1st and 10, Britt, that's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 7-yard line. From
the gun, Britt. This is caught. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Britt. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Britt. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down with Moss. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Britt. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. It's caught left side by Cooks.
Complete.
A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. That's complete to Mooney. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Good for a Chicago Bears.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
1st and 10 at the 30.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Clock now under 30 ticks and running. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
The pass.
No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
He's back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL kicker. And it's going to be the final act of this ball game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half. But their 1st half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the 1st half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the 2nd half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Lions, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.